Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. Today I'm going to be sharing this video that's going to show you how I created this really beautiful tag. I am not completely done with it yet. I want to bring some acrylic paint and just do a little splashes, but I was like, you know what, let's go ahead and do a couple, because this is something sweet that you can also share, and it kind of goes with the natural kind of feel that I've been on lately, especially with the fern. I think that's mainly what I wanted to showcase, or have a project that would, I don't know, like have a purpose for this fern, which I think it's just gorgeous. But anyways, let's get started, because I'm kind of ranting already at the beginning of the video. So I'm going to move this aside, and I am going to just grab a couple, well, just one more tag. I am going to be working on the other ones off camera. I picked up these tags from Hobby Lobby. They were by the brand Paper Studio, and they were 50% off. So it didn't bother me to spend a couple dollars to get, I think 10 comes to the package. So yeah, so it's chipboard. It's really thick chipboard, and because this is a little bit of a darker brown, instead of using my beach sand ink, which is the one I reach for the most, I am going to be using Vintage Photo by Archival Ink, and I'm just quickly going to edge. I don't even know what it's called, guys. Edging? Yeah, I guess. We'll just roll with that. So, and the tags are not going to be exactly the same, because I don't have, I put this together with ephemera and paper, and I don't have multiples of the same, so we're just going to have to find a substitute. But the colors are going to be, they're going to be cousins, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And again, the reason for that is because I'm using the little scraps of ephemera that I already have. So I don't know that I don't have multiples of the same, so we're just gonna go with that. Okay, for this, the background of our tag, I'm going to be using this 8x8 paper pad. This is Amelia Rose, and I am going to be using this for the background, and then the ticket one, which is this beautiful pink, for the second layer. And I'm actually going to cut this, so give me a second. I'm gonna cut it like that, which is, I don't know if I gave you the sizes of the tag. The tag is 3.5 by 7. And I'm going to round off my bottom. And then I'm just gonna honestly eyeball. There's not gonna be any exact measurements. I know that's kind of horrible. But first I'm gonna start out by just kind of tracing this outline of the tag and just cutting it, and then I'll go smaller and smaller as we move a little bit further down. So see, that's like exact. So then I'll just move a little bit at a time. So maybe like that, and like this, and close enough. You see? Well, it's still a little bit, because I want it to show here. So I need more on this side, and maybe a little bit here. I just don't want to pull like everything out. See how that works? Okay, I like the top. I still need a little bit on the sides like that. And that's good to me. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so before I adhere it, well, I guess we don't have to. I could use the back to make the hole. So we can go ahead and glue it. I was gonna do the hole, but I was like, I think I could grab it from the back. So just put a little bit of adhesive down. And you know what? The thing is, this paper is so gorgeous that it honestly already does the job for you. It's like a really easy way to create this tag. Okay, I'm just gonna lift right here and get this corner. There, much better, way better. Okay, and then I am going to, because this is chipboard and it is thicker, my goodness, I struggled when I was using my regular punch, but for this one I'm actually going to be bringing this big papa over here and using that to create my hole there. So now for this, I am actually, you know what, I'm wondering if the hole has to be bigger, because, or let's just do it like that. Let's just do it like that. Even if it looks distressed, it's okay. We could just kind of fussy cut the little bulk that came out, and we're going to cover it with the reinforcer. So I try to find an ink that closely matched the pink of the paper, and I think this one was the closest. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that there like so. And then let me put this back because I'm really trying to keep my table clean, which is something that I honestly always struggle with, like always. Okay, so for the ticket side, or the second layer, I'm just going to, I want more of the pink. Well, this one's in the middle, so I'm not really gonna get it. So what I'm going to do is I am going to cut a straight portion, so we know that it is 3.5, right? I am going to probably trim it at 3. I'm going to end up making this as cornered as well, and then I am going to just grab, like right here, the number 5, and I am going to, well, I want it to go this way. I want it to go this way because if you rip this way, the edging is on the bottom page, and I want the edging to be obviously on this portion. So I'm going to do it in reverse, and I'm just going to make sure that I start fat at the bottom and then I get skinnier. Not me personally, but you guys know what I mean, towards the top. And then we're going to go ahead and save these for scraps because it's such a gorgeous paper, and we're going to go ahead and adhere that. Let me just add some liquid glue here. Okay. Honestly, if you have pretty paper, you could do so much. So much. You don't even really need like fancy tools, or this is just gorgeous. Okay, and then I'm going to be bringing over a small dolly, which you guys saw that I just picked these up at Michael's, and I am going to bring her over and kind of bend it here so I know roughly where it is I need to cut. And I'm just gonna eyeball. Oops. Yeah, let me try to cut it somewhat decent. Okay, and then I'd like to add glue mostly on the center and then like right here. I don't put glue on the edges like right up here because I like for them to like be bent. Like it adds more texture, to be honest, if they're just like the edges are like flopping. Whoa, my description words today, right? And I am going to bring it over to the edge of the paper. Just trying to, there. And see, for the edges, what I mean is I like to lift them like that and then put them back. And instead of like laying flat, it like gives this like look. I don't know, it's kind of hard to describe, but just adding that there. And then let me see if I have some scraps. Yeah, I do. Some scrap cardstock. I didn't want to go grab another one, so I'm happy I found that. And I'm going to be bringing the stamp set. This was Vintage Artistry stamp set from 49th and Market. And I'm going to be using the fern. And I'm using this small block because honestly, I don't care about this stem. I just want the image. So I am going to stamp it with peeled patio. Whoa, I was like way off. And just gonna make sure I have enough ink everywhere. This gift tag is so pretty. I honestly want to put it in a gift, like as an actual gift. And I'm just going to stamp it. Let me see if I could lift this just to make sure that I run my fingers through the back. Normally what I do is just I scoop it off the table and catch it, and then just run my fingers like tapping it through the back. And there you go. Okay, let me clean my stamp set. And put that. Okay, to save time on the video, you guys, I am going to fussy cut this. Let me put this scrap back away. I'm gonna speed it up and fussy cut this. This is the most time consuming thing of this project, is the fussy cutting, because it has like so many like leaves, and I wanna don't just make it like a straight cut. I want to be able to catch the curves of the leaves and like you know, the plant basically. And so I'm like taking my time just whenever I get a chance. Like there's some areas that are like flat at the tips and stuff like that, but in others I do want to capture, like I said, the curves of the leaves. Okay. Oh, that took forever, you guys. But there's a little fern. We're going to put it somewhere there. And now for the rest of the thing, you guys, it's honestly just finding the right little ephemera. So I did want to complement some of the pink, so I'm going to be taking the pink, and then I do have, I don't know where that washi sticky thing came from. I am going to be looking through my browns, maybe the gold, and let's see, hopefully I have some something that I could use. I don't want to be sorting through here forever. Okay, let's just stick with Dream. And I am going to bring the same, a little bit of leftover of the ink that we had. And I'm just going to darken up the edges so that it makes, someone's calling. Let me make sure it doesn't ring. Just so that it gives there. Did that work? I feel like it didn't. When all else fails, just take a marker and go around it. And that's, I think, much better. It just gives a pretty simple outline to the word. Okay, so now let's look for flowers that are pink. Needing to do this kind of project where I get to use my ephemera because look how crowded it is. Give me a second, you guys. That's why they say patience is a virtue, don't they? Not a lot of people have it. Okay, we'll do it this way. We'll switch them around. So that one there, this one here, and then this one can just be tucked in at the bottom. Maybe the little one, overlapping it like that. I think we're just gonna commit, you guys, because the more I sit here and think about it, the more I'm gonna start second guessing myself, which is a problem that a lot of people have. You're not the only one, trust me. So we're going to start by laying these two right here. So this one is gonna go somewhere here, like so. And I'm gonna go ahead and pop this one up in some foam, and then one here, and I think we'll be good. Okay, before I place everything back down, let me just do it one more time here. Why am I having a hard time picking you up? Yeah, I'll do it like that. So let me, oops, put you there, and then you go right here, and you go, I think I'm gonna end up popping up the Dream also. It almost makes that one look like 3D. And let's go ahead and remove all of these, and we could secure it down like that. And then let me cut off a little bit of this that's peeking there. Like that. I like it. I like it. Maybe I could remove this green right here from the rose. Okay. Now let's find a butterfly, which is going to be not a trouble. I feel like I do have a gold butterfly, but where? See, this one might work also. Do you? No, let's just stick. Here's the gold one. I need to be making more butterflies, I guess. Mike's calling. Let me tell him to give me like 5 minutes, because we're almost done. And we're going to put this butterfly right here and there. Okay, so now I am going to go get the ribbon that I need, and I've been using the same what is it called? Twine. Honestly, it's for crocheting, you guys. So I don't even know what is the name of it, but it's the type of thread that it's used to crochet. And I am going to bring over some of this ribbon, lace ribbon. I think it's just gorgeous. I missed these two. They fell under the table. So it's like barely closing. I'm so bad. Okay, so I am going to run it through here. Okay, and I'm just gonna cut a little bit. And while we're here, why not cut it in an angle like that, like in a, yeah, an angle. And then I am going to cut this one the same opposite direction. I did try to burn the ribbon here, as you guys can see, but I feel like be careful, because if you burn it like too much, it does leave like a black stain. Not a black, but you know what I mean, like that darker edges and stuff. So be aware of that. And I am, oh look, it's still burning. What in the world? Okay, let's redo that and do it this way. So when that happens, another thing that I'd like to do when I don't want to burn them, but I also want to prevent my ribbon from fraying, is I just get a little bit of liquid glue, if it cooperates, and just kind of run it like that, like a little like around the edges, and then just tap it down. And when it dries clear, so you won't be able to see it. And it would, I mean, I think eventually over time you still are at risk of getting it, like eventually over time it is gonna fray, but this is gonna prevent it from happening like tomorrow. It will delay the process, you know. So just tap it and then let it dry and disappear. And while it does that, I am going to close this up, and I am going to grab 2 strings, roughly the same size, but where's my edge? So I'm going to grab 2 strings. Now, I don't need them this big, but I want to make sure I have enough because my bows suck. And then I'm going to slide it underneath, and then just tie a knot right there. Well, I didn't really do a knot, but just tie it tight there, and then make your loops for a pretty bow. Just kind of play with it until it's to your liking. You can tighten it or loosen it however you feel comfortable. Like so. Okay, there's a decent sized bow. And then if you want to, you could cut these dangly thingies if you think they're too big, or you could leave them as they are. It's up to you, honestly. And now I'm going to scoot that out the way, and I am going to go bring my paint, and I will, let me put a mat, or you know what, I could just use my towel. And don't mind it, this is my craft towel, so if you see all the paint and stuff, you know why. So I'm gonna lay them here, and I'm going to bring over my acrylic white paint. Well, I got my little tray here, and I have my Heidi Swap acrylic white paint. I'm going to add a little bit, but then I'm going to dilute it with water. Start with a little bit. Well, that was more than I intended. And just going to mix that. Yeah, I definitely made this too watery. So let me add a little bit here. Okay, and then let me grab my second brush. Sorry, I'm reaching across, you guys. And I'm just going to splatter. Can I not get it on the butterfly? Hold on. Let me use this. Let me grab a paper towel, really, a piece of paper towel. Because that was way too much, unnecessary. Let's see. There, that's much better. Sometimes the brush to brush honestly doesn't work for me. Sometimes it does. It's fidgety, I guess. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna let that dry. Bring this one over. Oops, wrong one. Okay, gorgeous. Okay, I think that's good. Yeah, that's good. All right, and we are going to let them dry, and that's basically the complete project, you guys. Let me move this though, because they kind of look not as prettier as if they were laying there with this big old dirty towel. And there you go. So now I could really close out the video. Super simple, easy, pretty tags, I feel like. I hope that you guys liked the video. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Have a good one. Bye.